Here it is, everyone. My Traxxas slash 4x4 four-wheel drive short course truck. The Greg Alder edition. Black and silver. Cool decals. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the box before I get into what was in the box. The truck is ready to run. It did come with a controller, battery, and everything else. The only thing I had to pick up was four AA batteries. So this is the front of the box. As you can see, it's got a Truck of the Year award on it. It's got some highlights on the stuff that comes in it: the TQI controller, the Valenian 3500 brushless motor, and ESC. It did come with the 7-cell nickel metal hydrate battery, 4400 mAh. They claim it'll do 60 miles an hour with the LiPo, 40 miles an hour with the included battery pack. Side of the box is a push for the Traxxas link. It's showing you the top qualifier the TQI controller it comes with. It is link enabled, but it does not come with the Traxxas link with the regular slash. It only comes with the Ultimate and Platinums. I mean the Ultimate rather. It does have a barcode, a scan code for you to get to the App Store for the Apple iPod for the Traxxas Link app. It is out though for the Android phones now. You can get it from the Play Store. This is the other side of the box. Again, a nice cool picture of Greg's truck. Some more highlights, pretty much the same ones on the other side. It's just a different picture of the truck, different view. Does claim it's a short course truck, which it is. The other end of the box has got a warning on it talking about how it's not intended for children under 14. On the top of the box, you've got in 4 different languages a list of what is going to come in the box, a brief list. It's going to show you the tools, the battery, the trickle charger, the controller, and it's going to tell you at the bottom that you do need 4 AA batteries, and there's a 1-800-TRAXXAS number to call if you have any problems. And flipping the box over the other way is a brief overview of the truck itself without the shell on it. It shows a picture of the motor, the ESC, the receiver, the servo. Talks a little bit about the tires, and then gives some highlights: the anodized aluminum drive shaft, the steering, the slipper clutch, the differentials, and the tires. It tells you a little bit about the Valenian 3500 motor and the VXL 3S receiver. And it also has on here a small chart that shows you what speeds you can attain depending on pinion gear, spur gear setup, batteries, and the nominal voltage of those batteries, and the mAh of the battery types and their skill levels 1 through 5. So with that, that's a Traxxas slash box. We're going to go ahead and open it up and get into what's inside. The first thing you're going to find when you open the box is the Traxxas 2.4 gigahertz controller. It is a 2-channel controller. On the left side of the controller is a small decal with instructions on how to install the Traxxas Link when you purchase it. It is not sold with the standard 4x4 slash. It only is sold with the Ultimate. At the back of the base is an on-off button. You flip it and it turns the controller on. Underneath is the port where you put the 4 AA batteries at the bottom of the base. On the controller side, the right side of the controller, you have this really cool Traxxas 2.4 gigahertz logo. You have a ergonomically built pistol grip for manipulating the trigger. It's a little smooth, and for me, I'm going to probably place some rubber padding on there. You have 2 knobs right here. This is a steering trim. This is the multi-function knob, which is manipulated and changed by these 2 red buttons at the top here. This the on switch will glow red and flash when you're changing the use of the multi-function knob. And that's explained in greater detail on the Traxxas.com webpage under downloads for the Traxxas slash 4x4. You have a neutral switch right here, which is 50-50 and 70-30. It controls how far forward the trigger, the neutral position on the trigger is. And in front of that you have the steering knob, which has got a nice foam pad to it. It's got a good return spring, and you also have here a built-in antenna, so you're not having to worry about breaking your antenna if you drop the controller or you go walk through a door or something. It's nothing to catch on. So that's it, pretty much, basically in a nutshell, the Traxxas 2.4 gigahertz controller. Like I said, the only con is they should have put some sort of texture on the pistol grip, not just the front of it, but on the back side of it as well. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Traxxas Slash 4x4 short course truck. Before I get into the overview of the truck, I want to just premise this by saying I am extremely new to the truck, so if I screw something up, just let me know. I'm always willing to learn something new and correct bad habits. With that being said, this is the Greg Alder edition. As you can see, it's got his name across the top there over the window. It's got the number 10 on it. On the top it says 10 Pro 2. I know it's upside down, but there it is. We'll look at it again. It's got some really nice decals on it. The shell, as you can tell, has already been kind of beat up. I've already played with it a little bit. The tires are dirty. I've already been out in my backyard. The front of the truck has got a really nice aggressive look to it. I like the way the bumpers, the wheel wells are raised up here and here, and this line on the hood. The other side's got pretty much the same decals as the driver's side does. Except it doesn't have the netting on the back, on the side here, on what would be the passenger side. On the back, looking at it from the back, you can tell it's got a nice look, nice solid look to it. It does look like the short course trucks that they're running. I'm going to lift the shell off here in a second, show you the fan in the back, the decal, the Traxxas logo, fastest name in radio control, the 10 Pro 2 decal on the top. Now, with that being said, with all the positive aspects, the one negative aspect to the whole thing is you can see here, and this was the way it was this way when I first picked it up, is you can see that the decals are coming away from the body. It was like that even the first day I picked it up. It's just gotten worse because now there's dust under there, and the dust is all over the adhesive. It won't even stick. It's a minor issue, but it's still for the money you spent on these trucks, you'd expect a little better craftsmanship. You can see the wheels are rubbing already on the inside here, the rear wheels, and you can see where the Nerf bar is rubbing here and here. Now, the one thing I will say is I wish Traxxas would make a small change in their product, in that instead of all the paperwork they give you, considering that Traxxas has the Traxxas download manuals online, they should eliminate the paperwork and throw in the second additional clear Lexan body shell, so that folks can go ahead and start customizing their trucks. Because I don't know about the rest of you out there, but the first thing I thought about when I got into this was how much fun I'm going to have customizing the body shells. I'm probably going to have a whole wall full of different shells that I've painted and customized. Getting into the body itself, it's all stock. Obviously, I've only had it a week. You've got the Valenian 3500 10-turn motor, the VXL 3S ECS, stock receiver, the 2075 steering servo. Here is the battery it came with. Is the like I said, it's a 7-cell nickel metal hydrate 4200 mAh battery. I get about 20 minutes of runtime out of it, because it's my understanding you get about 5 minutes for every 1,000 milliamps of battery power. Stock tires. I've already broken the linkage here. If you can see it here, I've repaired it, but I've already broken one of the toe links. I snapped it hitting the curb. You can see the Nerf bars here. I'm thinking about putting some foam in there to give it a little more stability. the bumpers. I'm going to replace the bumpers and the shock towers and the shocks eventually, and the tires. But you know, for right now, I mean, it's a great truck. If if you don't have one already, I really highly recommend you get one. I mean, it's phenomenal as far as RC trucks. I did a lot of research. I was in and out of the store where I got this from a number of times. The store is Scale Reproductions in Hikes Point here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're local, check them out. They're really friendly, great service. They answered all of my questions. When I bought the truck, the guy was real helpful in getting me started. Like I said, I've already had it out. We're going to build a ramp today and doing some bashing some jumps at a local park. If you're experienced in this and you've done just drifting cars and drag and racing and all of that, and you've never driven a short course truck, you should really try to get one, at least, you know, just to get a feel for it. I was hooked within 5 minutes of buying the truck. So that's my overview of the Traxxas Slash 4x4. Look for more videos. We're going to be doing some jumping videos and some other how-to videos as time goes on. So thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, good, bad, or indifferent.